Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're doing a shoe review of this pair of 5 eyelet plain-toe derbies in Horween Mahogany Shell Cordovan, made by Acme Shoemaker out of Beijing, China, on their soft square N83 last. We'll cover the kind of inspiration for this pair, we'll cover the fit, the ordering process, the break-in process, and then we'll kind of dive into just my general thoughts when I first got the pair, as well as my thoughts today and what and if I would change anything. Let's get started. The inspiration for this pair was a collaboration of different pairs of plain-toe derbies that I've seen and that I've owned over the years. Starting with the Carmina 5 eyelet plain-toe derby, typically on their Oscar last, all the way up to a pair of Heroes that Jesper from the Shoegazing blog has that I really wanted to kind of combine and create a unique pattern, silhouette, shape. When you think of that like classic Alden, it's more of a bulbous, casual, classic type shoe. So I wanted to do something completely different than that. This is what I came up with. I worked with Acme Oliver via Instagram, showed him a lot of the pictures that I wanted to incorporate, as well as a lot of the pictures that I really didn't want to incorporate. One of the key details that I wanted in this shoe is that I wanted a seamless heel. I wanted 2 pieces of shell cordovan to make up the entire shoe, which is an extremely difficult pattern to make to begin with, much less in shell cordovan. Now the other piece, when you think about a high-end, fully handmade plain-toe derby, you typically think of these like 1-eye, 2-eye, or 3-eye derbies, similar to this pair of St. Crispins that I have. And I wanted something a little more robust than that, specifically with a double sole, something that Acme typically didn't offer, but they were able to basically make 2 standard soles on there to create a double sole, still tapered and creating that blind welded waist, and the lasting is just done extremely well. Now before we kind of get into like the initial thoughts when I unbox these, as well as my current thoughts today and my overall satisfaction with the pair, I do want to call out one piece that I would have liked to have done differently. And this, I don't know if this is a communication issue or if I just wasn't, explicitly clear. The outsole, like I definitely wanted the double leather sole on this. I think the one thing I wish I would have specified is that I wanted the rubber top lift on the heel as well. In my personal opinion, if you're gonna get the rubber topi or the rubber front half sole, you might as well just get the rubber heel top lift as well. Otherwise, like if that's not like slip resistant or if that's not rubber, then what's the advantage of only having half of it done? Really, the only thing that blatantly sticks out that I wish I would have done differently. My initial thoughts when I got these, I was really blown away. I know I probably say that a lot, but honestly, like I'm pretty far along in my shoe journey, even though I haven't been in this community that long, maybe like 3 or 4 years. And I'm at the point where I'm really only ordering things and I'm ordering them super detailed so that they're exactly what I want. The overall aesthetic, they nailed every single detail that I specified. Unfortunately, I didn't specify that heel, but the color of this shell is what really kind of surprised me. I'm gonna wrap this up with a few final thoughts. I mentioned earlier, the reason I'm really blown away by a lot of the shoes that I've gotten over the last year is not just because I'm always positive about everything. It's because I've gotten to the point where I'm not just buying for the sake of buying, but I'm really picky and I'm really targeted about what it is that I buy. I have a few different shoemakers that I work with. When I work with them, it's because I want a specific type of shoe, and I've decided that that's the shoemaker that's able to best deliver that aesthetic and that type of shoe that I've decided I want at that given time. It's not that I just go to that shoemaker and say, what should I get? So I think that's really made a huge difference in my satisfaction of all the shoes that I've gotten because I've been so meticulous about it. I really can't say enough good things about Acme Shoemaker. They've really come through time after time, I think 6 times, and there's probably going to be a 7th in the future. Let me know what your thoughts are on this pair. I'm curious to hear about your thoughts about how you approach buying shoes at this point. Is it just that you want something from that maker, or is it that you've decided on a specific style and then you went to that maker because they're the best at doing it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, like. We'll see you next time.